Here's a list of 10 Batman comic books that every superhero or Batman fan should read. Batman, The Court of Owls, by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. This storyline redefines Batman's mythos by introducing a mysterious secret society, the Court of Owls, that has been manipulating Gotham City for centuries. This comic is a great starting point for new Batman readers, as it introduces a new villain and storyline not reliant on heavy continuity. The artwork by Greg Capullo is stunning and dark, perfectly capturing the atmosphere of Gotham City. Read this if you want a fresh take on Batman, with amazing artwork. Batman, Hush, by Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee. A childhood friend of Bruce Wayne returns as Hush, a villain who knows all of Batman's secrets. This comic is packed with action and suspense, with a surprising twist ending. Jim Lee's art is iconic and instantly recognizable. Read this if you want a classic Batman whodunit story with beautiful art. Arkham Asylum, A Serious House on Serious Earth, by Grant Morrison and Dave McKean. A psychological exploration of Batman's rogues gallery as they take over Arkham Asylum. This groundbreaking comic is a mind-bending experience, delving deep into the psyches of Batman and his villains. Dave McKean's art is unlike anything else in comics, with a dark and dreamlike quality. Read this if you're looking for a more experimental and thought-provoking Batman story. The Dark Knight Returns, by Frank Miller. An aging Bruce Wayne comes out of retirement to fight crime in a dystopian Gotham City. This iconic comic is a seminal work in the history of Batman comics. It's a brutal and unforgiving story that explores themes of aging, violence, and societal collapse. Read this if you want to see a darker and more mature take on Batman. Batman, Year 1, 1987, by Frank Miller and David Mazzucchelli. A first-year Batman teams up with a young James Gordon to take down Gotham's mob. This gritty and realistic story shows Batman's origins and his early struggles against crime. David Mazzucchelli's art is stark and noirish, perfectly capturing the feel of 1980s Gotham City. Read this if you want to see how Batman became the Dark Knight. Batman, The Killing Joke, by Alan Moore and Brian Bolland. The Joker tries to drive Commissioner Gordon insane by crippling his daughter, Barbara. This disturbing and controversial story explores the Joker's origins and his relationship with Batman. Brian Bolland's art is beautiful and haunting. Read this if you want to see a dark and psychological exploration of the Joker. Batman, The Long Halloweens, by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. A year-long mystery unfolds as Batman investigates a series of holiday-themed murders. This neo-noir masterpiece is a slow burn but a rewarding read, with a complex plot and unforgettable characters. Tim Sale's art is reminiscent of classic film noir movies. Read this if you want a stylish and suspenseful Batman story with a great mystery. Batman, A Death in the Family, by Jim Starlin and various artists. A shocking twist ending allows readers to vote on the fate of the second Robin, Jason Todd. This emotional story is a major turning point in Batman's history. It's a dark and brutal tale that will stay with you long after you finish reading it. Be prepared for an emotional roller coaster. This story has major consequences for Batman's character. Batman, The Dark Knight Strikes Again, by Frank Miller, a sequel to The Dark Knight Returns. This comic sees Batman team up with Superman to take down a corrupt government. The story is ambitious but can be convoluted. The art is a departure from the first book using bright colors. Read this if you're a die-hard Batman fan and want to experience the full Frank Miller saga. It's best to read The Dark Knight Returns first. You can purchase these comics through the links provided in the description below.